Marina Mabrey body checking Caitlin Clark to the ground. JC Sheldon all over her. Riding her. Pokes Caitlin Clark in the eye. Oh, man. Caitlin Clark needs to start wearing goggles, folks. Caitlin Clark's going to need to start wearing goggles. Bumps up on Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark says, "Get your hands off me." And then here comes Marina Mabrey. Boom! Exploding Caitlin Clark like a safety coming downhill in the NFL. There was no flop there. Marina Mabrey did a straight B.
What if I told you this was all part of a master plan, like a covered WNBA Illuminati op, where Caitlin Clark's ankles never stood a chance against Marina Mabrey's launch protocol? 1 second she's cruising with the ball, the next she's defying gravity in full 4K slow-mo. Foul? Sabotage? Or was Marina just out here turning the court into her personal parkour stage? Either way, Clark hit the hardwood like a dropped iPhone. And trust me, you'll want to rewind the footage and unravel the conspiracy.
Someone in the eye! Eject her! Eject both of them! Eject both of them! So there's nothing there, Nothing there. JC Sheldon claws her in the eye. Then the two of them get into it, and then Mabrey just goes and shoves her onto the ground. Eject both of them! Eject both.
What do you get when you mix a WNBA star with the unstoppable force of pure pettiness? You get Marina Mabrey channeling her inner WWE diva and hurling herself at Caitlin Clark like it's WrestleMania. This wasn't a box out. It wasn't a screen. It was a full-on shove that would have made an NFL linebacker jealous. And the refs? Oh, they were busy lacing up their sneakers and checking the lost and found for a sense of integrity.
It won't be no shit! Shout out to the Indiana Fever. I'm feeling good, folks. Welcome to WNBA Fight Night, or as some people are saying, WNBA Raw. What a game that was. We had it all. We had basketball, we had fighting, we had blonde on blonde crime. Oh, such an epic.
Apparently, you can now body slam the most watched player in America and stroll off like you just returned a library book. No ejection, no real foul, just a casual pat on the back for being athletically impressive. Maybe next game they'll start handing out medals for cleanest elbow to Caitlin Clark. Gold goes to Marina. Silver? That's for the ref, of course. And bronze? That belongs to the WNBA front office, because clearly someone hit snooze on the Caitlin Clark Protection Act.
Teammate poked Caitlin in the eye. She poked her in the eye, but you want to come get mad when Caitlin's shoving her away? Come on, fam, what are you doing? Then you blindsiding Caitlin. That's crazy work. That's crazy. I'm surprised Marina Mabrey got away with that. I'm surprised she got away with that. I thought somebody was going to chin check her and talk to her.
Let's break this down, shall we? Caitlin Clark, the very reason the WNBA is even trending for the first time in a decade, gets targeted yet again. And we're not talking about tight defense. This is blatant full contact harassment. At this point, she's getting fouled harder just for breathing than for actually scoring. Marina Mabrey made that painfully clear with a two-handed shove that wouldn't fly in a U12 soccer game, let alone a professional league.
We need to talk. I just finished the Indiana Fever versus Connecticut Sun game. We were live on YouTube for all of you guys who are in the live watch party. Shout out to all of you. That was a wild one. That was so unexpected. We were in the first half. We were yawning. We were like, oh, this game is boring. It's not good basketball. Then all of a sudden,
let's call it what it was. Assault in sneakers. And the refs. Oh, bless their innocent parts. Watched that flying forearm, blinked twice, and collectively shrugged. Probably just a strong breeze. So Caitlin Clark goes crashing to the floor like she's auditioning for Fast and the Furious, courtside edition. And nothing. No ejection. No flagrant. Not even a passive-aggressive post-it. Meanwhile, Marina walks off like she just dropped off a pizza. Calm, cool, and apparently untouchable.
JC Sheldon scratched her in the eye. Like she literally, you can see it here. She's just clawed her. Like, what are we watching? She just clawed her in the eye. Like, how do you miss that as ref? Like, You have to. You cannot do anything other than eject somebody.
Why does the league think this is okay? Caitlin Clark is carrying their ratings, headlines, and future, and they repay her with floor burns and cheap shots. Meanwhile, the refs act like getting shoved is just part of cardio. Enter Sophie Cunningham, the only one with the guts to step up. No drama, no punches, just presence. She stood by Caitlin and said what everyone was thinking. Mabrey should have been ejected, and the refs right along with her. But instead, Caitlin keeps getting shoved, slammed, and micromanaged while the league watches like, still breathing? Play it on. Let's be honest, if Caitlin had done that to Marina, we'd have seen a mid-court tribunal, ESPN specials, and a national debate on sportsmanship.
So Marina Mabrey, she got hot. She body checked CC to the ground a la Kennedy Carter. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, is anybody on this team gonna stand up for Caitlin Clark? JC Sheldon grabbing Caitlin Clark all game, clawing at her. It's like tonight was a brawl, folks. Tonight was a brawl, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, is anybody on this team going to stand up for? And Sophie Cunningham.
Caitlin Clark gets shoved, fouled, and targeted, and the league calls it a learning moment. Sure, and maybe the Tooth Fairy runs payroll too. Let's not pretend. This isn't just physical play. It's jealousy. Caitlin brought the ratings, the sellouts, the spotlight. She is the moment. And some players can't stand it. Now every game feels like a mission to humble her. She didn't come to get tossed around. She came to elevate the game. Instead, she's dodging elbows while the league stays quiet. Is this how you treat your biggest star? If so, don't talk about growing the game.
And I'm here to tell you, F the WNBA, fix the fouls on CC, fix the ref. Mabrey is a classless B. It's all the way down. Let it be Angel Reese and there be an investigation. Joke of a company. The WNBA.
Here's a thought. Protect your stars. LeBron got whistles for blinking. Brady drew flags for dirty looks. But Caitlin Clark? She can get body slammed mid-play, and the refs just shrug, play on. This isn't just bad officiating. It's targeted neglect. The whole season's been full of missed calls, but with Caitlin, it's like the refs switched to hard mode. Elbows, shoves, takedowns, brushed off as scrappy. Scrappy, she got launched. That's not hustle. That's a hit job. At this point, she'd be better off overseas where they'd actually value her, protect her, and treat her like the star she is. Because right now, she's keeping the lead in the spotlight and getting nothing but bruises in return. And the media? Telling her to toughen up. Please. Maybe next game, they'll bring folding chairs and call it growth.
You guys can see here, JC Sheldon is guarding Caitlin Clark. She swipes her in the eyeball. Caitlin Clark nudges her off because JC stays in her face. And then Tina Charles runs over and is kind of wagging her finger in Caitlin Clark's face. And then Marina Mabrey comes out of nowhere and chucks her to the floor. Now let's watch this in slow motion. Here, JC Sheldon is guarding Caitlin, swipes her in the face. There's one. Going for the ball, swipes her in the eyeball. Caitlin's gonna have to start wearing goggles. And then Caitlin pushes her off of her, like, why are you still in my face? Marina Mabrey, bat out of hell, chucks Caitlin Clark.
Foul. Oh. Yo, get out of here. Get out of here. Cheap shot. Just tackle her. Toss her.
Oh, get out of here. Don't act tough. It's a punk move. That's a foul. A claw to the face. The total, look. Claw to the face. That's not the concern, really. Why is she jawing her after she clawed her? And then that's just like a cheap, I mean, that's just like a dirty play. I mean, you're a dirty player, plain and simple. Dirty.